Welcome to Hunting with HECS. I'm your host, Mike Slinkard. You know, it's hard to believe, but we're closing the books on yet another year here on Hunting with HECS. December is traditionally a month where we take a look back at our season and highlight some of our best encounters, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. As usual, we had phenomenal action this year, and we showed you some awesome close-up encounters. We're going to highlight some of those encounters today. It's an action-packed show, so no matter what happens, we'll show it all right here on Hunting with HECS.
Hunting is about getting close. Really close. Get closer than you ever thought was possible.
When you have a cameraman and you setting out in a dirt field like this, you can get away with so much with this HECS on.
You know, I was a skeptic. I'm not a skeptic anymore.
What an animal.
We showcase the science of getting close right here on Hunting with HECS.
Hunting with HECS is brought to you by PSE Archery. Arizona Archery Enterprises, manufacturers of quality archery products. Sonics, undetectable, undeniable. Victory Archery, the carbon arrow experts. Nocturnal lighted Nox, illumination that lasts for 20+ hours. Shinex, fusing night vision and thermal in one affordable optic. Tacticam, share your hunt. Spot Hog, the world's toughest archery products. Avula Safaris, book your hunt. And by HECS Stealth Screen, the evolution of concealment.
January is traditionally predator season here in our neck of the woods, and coyote hunting guru Jim Walker can be found out prowling the western sage in search of coyotes. Jim's a big believer in HECS technology, and he sends us some awesome footage every year. Jim said in the past that he used to camouflage his position and try to hide when he was calling, but since wearing HECS technology, now he just sits right out in plain sight, and he takes more coyotes at closer range than he ever did before. To say Jim Walker is a HECS addict is definitely an understatement. Unfortunately, some of the closest encounters were some of Jim's most frustrating ones as well. Well, here, Jim is set up where he can see a big area when this coyote rolled in right in front of him inside his spitting distance. Jim decides to use his 22 mag pistol and lines up on the coyote. You know, Jim can see it has no idea that he's sitting there covered head to toe in HECS, so he takes his time and squeezes the trigger slowly to try to make a good shot. You know, when you're dragging equipment through as much country as Jim does, things like this are bound to happen. Well, if you're still skeptical, this next hunt should end the argument. Once again, Jim is set up where he can see a large area. A few minutes into his calling sequence, he spots a coyote coming in hard. Once again, Jim picks up his pistol and whoops to stop it only a few feet away. Well, this coyote was literally on top of Jim, and even after a miss, it stood totally confused about what was going on, giving Jim plenty of time to shoot again and finish the job.
If you're looking for a HECS system, come visit our new website, where you have the option to build your own system from any of the HECS clothing to match your particular hunting style. Or choose from one of our convenient pre-built systems specifically designed to cover you in HECS technology in every season. The original HECS suit is very lightweight, breathable, and versatile enough to be used in almost any hunting situation. The HECS systems consist of 3 pieces. These essential pieces include a HECS pant, HECS top, and HECS head cover. You may use any combination of appropriate HECS products to achieve the goal of covering as much of your body as possible with HECS technology. All HECS hunting products are now available in our new HECS Style Anywhere and HECS Style Green digital camo patterns to match any terrain. The material features a highly electrically conductive carbon grid woven into the polyester-based cloth. The grid blocks your body's electrical field. The suit is designed to be worn under your regular camo or over the top as an outer layer. The technology is effective either way. The original pants are cut similar to sweatpants, with an elastic waistband, elastic cuffs on the bottom, side pockets, and a convenient fly. The pullover shirt features thumb holes, serge stitching, and an embroidered logo. The head cover has a hemmed eye hole, adjustable drawstring in the back, and is very easy to use. Additional accessories are sold separately and include the HECS hat, our versatile multi-rag that can be worn in a variety of ways, camo gloves made of a lightweight stretchy material in matching camo, and a heavyweight over-the-calf sock. And of course, all of the accessories have the HECS grid woven right in. Order right now and use the promo code to save on your order of a complete HECS suit. Visit our website to learn more about our full line of clothing and accessories, as well as our fit guarantee for worry-free ordering. We'll be back with more amazing close-up action right after this. Welcome back to Hunting with HECS. This week, we're taking a look back at some of our best close-up encounters from this season. And there are a lot to choose from. Now, let's get back to the action.
Well, coyotes weren't the only predators that we hunted, and one big predator that HECS is phenomenal on is bears. Early on, we knew that HECS worked well on bears. One of the early encounters featured my daughter Caitlin and I when we were on a mule deer and elk hunt out in Colorado. I've taken several bears from the ground, and I've been able to tag bears by spot and stalk, and also just sitting in areas where I know bears commonly cross into those spring feeding areas. You know, black bears are challenging to stalk with archery gear, and I've had a lot of fun every spring chasing them around in the mountains. For me, the pinnacle of my bear hunting was an Alaskan brown bear hunt where I was able to get up close and personal to one of these giant monsters. It's just one of those hunts that epitomizes archery hunting, and in the spring of 2021, I got my chance to make it happen. We were super close in skyline, so the bear could obviously see us plainly. You can see the bear look directly up at us, but as we've seen time and time again with HECS, the bear stayed calm, and as a result, I was able to take an easy 16-yard shot and center punch this monster bear. After a short tracking job, I finally had my hands on a beautiful giant Alaskan brown bear. Well, as crazy as my brown bear hunt was, one of my closest encounters happened right near my home in Eastern Oregon. Okay, we saw a bear kind of across the drop. He's only about 200 yards from us. When I finally spotted the bear, he was only about 30 yards away, but he was walking directly at me. I knew this was going to be a super close encounter when he cleared the brush, so I drew my bow in anticipation for a shot. Just when I thought I had him figured out, he turned the other way, making me have to reposition at the last minute. But as we've come to expect when wearing HECS, the bear didn't notice a thing. When he finally came out from behind the bigger tree, he was only 10 yards away, but I still had brush in the way, so I had to let him keep on coming. Well, I wanted to take a minute to kind of go back over what just happened with that bear. He walked right up to us. I'm going to count how far he was. Now watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. Remember, that's the tree he walked over before I shot him. My God. Wow. Beautiful Oregon black bear. Gosh, look at the head. Look at the head on this bear. What a melon.
If you're looking for a HECS system, come visit our new website, where you have the option to build your own system from any of the HECS clothing to match your particular hunting style. Or choose from one of our convenient pre-built systems specifically designed to cover you in HECS technology in every season. Our most popular HECS system is our base layer. The base layer is a lightweight semi-thermal material designed to be worn under your regular hunting clothing or over the top. It comes in the original olive green, as well as our new HECS Style Anywhere and HECS Style Green digital camo patterns to match any terrain. The material features a highly electrically conductive carbon grid woven into the polyester-based cloth. The grid blocks your body's electrical field. The suit is designed to be worn under your regular camo or over the top as an outer layer. The technology is effective either way. All complete HECS systems include 3 pieces. These essential pieces include a HECS pant, HECS top, and HECS head cover. You may use any combination of appropriate HECS products to achieve the goal of covering as much of your body as possible with HECS technology. The shirt is a quarter zip Henley with rugged serge stitching, embroidered HECS logo, and thumb holes. The form-fitting pants have rugged serge stitching throughout, and the heavy elastic waistband and cuff ensure they stay in place. They also feature a convenient fly. The head cover has a hemmed eye hole, adjustable drawstring in the back, and is very easy to use. Additional accessories are sold separately and include the HECS hat, our versatile multi-rag that can be worn in a variety of ways, camo gloves made of a lightweight, stretchy material in matching camo, and a heavyweight over-the-calf sock. And of course, all of the accessories have the HECS grid woven right in. Order right now and use the promo code to save on your order of a complete HECS suit. Visit our website to learn more about our full line of clothing and accessories, as well as our fit guarantee for worry-free ordering. We'll be back with more Close Encounters right after this quick break. Welcome back to Hunting with HECS. We're reliving some of our best encounters from this season, and the action has been nonstop. Now, let's catch up with host Mike Slinkert and see what's next.
Coinciding with spring bear season is also turkey season. You know, anyone who has watched the show for any length of time knows that HECS is an absolute game changer when it comes to turkeys. And this year, we showed you even more proof of that fact. Well, this year, we didn't just push the boundaries of acceptable turkey hunting tactics, we blew them completely out of the water. Just to prove that the electrical field is really the most important factor in keeping turkey hunters concealed, we put on bright orange vests, picked up our bows, and sat right out in the open to prove once and for all that HECS really is the biggest advantage a turkey hunter can have. You know, you can't make this stuff up. HECS technology is simply the single biggest advantage that a turkey hunter can have to keep them undetected, even when movement is necessary. Well, it was a good hit, and I knew the turkey would be down quick. But the most surprising thing is what happened next. Well, the second bird just didn't leave. It stood around, seemingly confused about what had happened. So I decided to play with it and just wave my hand and see how he would react. I got no reaction from the bird, so I waved again, still no reaction. Then Andy whispered and asked if I wanted him to try to shoot it and get a double. So I'm thinking for that to actually happen, Andy's gonna have to do some crazy stuff. He's gonna have to reach behind him, grab his bow, stand up, move around me and the camera, get an arrow out, hook his release on his string and draw, all while this turkey just watches it all go down, just steps away. Well, right about now, I'm sure you're thinking there is no friggin' way that they can get away with all of that. And even I have my doubts, but we were there to push the limits, so I told Andy why not. Well, unfortunately, Andy's arrow missed, but just how incredible was that encounter? After my success with the orange vest earlier, I suggested to Andy that we try it once more. Since Andy's still trying to tag a bird, he's back in the shooter seat, but this time wearing a bright orange vest. We were set up close to some roosted birds, and it wasn't long before we had a good bird moving into our setup. Well, unfortunately, once again, Andy is having trouble getting his bow back. He's making huge movements, waving his bow and even lifting his leg, causing his chair to make a lot of noise. You know, it's obvious that this bird is aware that something big is happening, but with no bioelectric signature coming from Andy, it was obviously confused about what was going on and hangs around long enough for Andy to finally get to full draw and take a shot. But in his struggle to draw the bow, Andy's arrow fell off the rest, causing it to fly way to the left, and that chalked up another frustrating miss for Andy. After a bit more calling, it wasn't long, and we had another bird headed straight into us. You know, when this bird came in, Andy was super determined to redeem himself, and he was able to get his bow drawn, all with no reaction from the bird at all. One particular encounter sticks out as particularly over the top. It's late season and the birds are done breeding. Hunting is getting tougher and the birds are totally ignoring our decoys. But Andy still has a tag left, so we're out after him. Just after daylight, we had birds moving through the area. Unfortunately, they didn't seem interested in our decoys, but still hung around the area just out of our reach. Then, on the spur of the moment, Andy decides to leave his chair and see how close he could stalk to one of the big toms, until he's literally just on the other side of the tree from the big tom. In a crazy move even for us, Andy stands to draw his bow at maybe 4 or 5 steps from this mature bird and is plainly visible the entire time. When the tom fed back to the right, Andy was forced to make a move to the left in order to make the shot. Well, you know, this may have been a miss, but wearing HECS technology, Andy was able to stalk within a few feet of a mature wild turkey tom and get a shot with his bow. I challenge anybody to try that without HECS technology.
HECS is excited to offer our first dedicated outerwear system. Our new premium quality outerwear pant, coupled with a HECS hooded shirt with integrated face cover, is the ultimate HECS system for any hunting situation. You can find this system on our website as a pre-built system, or you can customize this system even further using our new Build Your Own System option. The hooded shirt comes with an integrated face mask, a convenient front pocket, thumb holes, and is the perfect HECS outerwear piece for these cooler days in the field. It comes in both HECS-style camo patterns as well as a two-tone version. Brand new to the HECS lineup is our outerwear pants. These will be the most comfortable hunting pants you will ever wear, and of course, they have the HECS patented technology woven right in. They feature a super comfortable, action-cut, quiet fabric, ample pocket space, and a zippered leg pocket for your HECS accessories or your cell phone. This is a high-quality pant that replaces the need for an additional HECS layer in order to get the full HECS advantage. They come in both HECS Style Anywhere and HECS Style Green Camo, as well as an olive brown. This is quickly becoming our best-selling system. You can check it out on our website along with other great HECS products and accessories. Don't delay. We expect these systems to sell out fast. Stick around. The rut kicks off right after this. Welcome back to Hunting with HECS. HECS technology continues to impress and amaze everyone who gives it a try. Now, let's get back to the hunt.
Now we get to my favorite time of year, the fall elk rut. My son-in-law, Ty Swigert, and I hunted eastern Oregon, and we called in several bulls. Well, I had my sights set on a good bull that I'd seen earlier, and both Ty and I passed one small bull after another, hoping to connect with one of the big guys that are in the area. Well, the close encounters piled up, but in the end, Ty punched his tag on a great elk for the freezer, and I stubbornly held out to the end of the season, but I never connected on that big bull. Fortunately, big game guide, elk guru, and huge HECS believer Ralph Ramos had more luck on his hunts out in New Mexico. On this hunt, Ralph is with Aaron Hill. You know, if you follow baseball, you probably recognize the name. After a great professional career, Aaron is now retired and enjoys great hunts just like this one. Well, the pair are seeing some good bulls, but so far just not the one that Aaron's looking for. But that's all about to change.
Aaron Hill, brother. Man, congratulations. Gosh, what a beautiful day, beautiful morning, beautiful week. We've been on the bulls and we've just been blessed.
On this next hunt, we're with Dave Roberts, another professional baseball player, but you're gonna have to go back a few more years to look up his stats. Dave is now in his 70s and his knees are shot, but he still enjoys chasing those big bugling bulls out in the woods. Well, they have a good bull coming right towards him, and Dave draws in anticipation for the shot. Unfortunately, just when he was ready to release, the bull ran to catch up with some cows, so Dave wisely let him pass. But with this many elk in the area, it wasn't long before they had another bull headed their way. Dave's son, David Jr., is right behind him, helping him judge the bull and get ready for the shot when this nice 6x6 bull walks right out into easy archery range. Ralph is sitting just behind the pair and captures the shot on his cell phone.
I think I just smoked a big bull. Looked like a good shot.
What about this HECS stuff, man? It really works. Old Dave's sold on it. Hey, congratulations, Dave Sr.
Hey, thank you, Ralph. Thank you, Ralph.
Ralph Ramos has so many close encounters in his hunts that he's legendary among Western guides. You know, he credits a lot of those encounters to having all of his hunters wearing HECS technology. It allows hunters to get away with a little more movement and keeps the elk calmer, giving the shooter more time to make a killing shot. Dave Sr. had just taken a nice bull, and now it was his son's turn behind the bow. This next encounter is exactly why Ralph is so adamant about his hunters wearing HECS. You see a small bull coming in, but if you look just to the right, you can see the hunter sitting there on a log. Well, the pair were only feet apart, yet the bull has no idea that Dave is anywhere in the area. Dave could literally reach out and poke the bull with his arrow, but he's determined that it was too small and let it pass. Well, it finally catches its wind and heads out, but that experience will live on with him forever. Well, if you don't think HECS will allow you to get close to elk after that encounter, I'm really not sure what else to show you. You know, Ralph is known for his close encounters, but this season was a blockbuster year. We have a new sponsor called HECS. You know, the HECS product line has some amazing new features that are completely rewriting the book on affordable night hunting optics. We're able to offer the HECS product line directly to our customers through our sister company, Nix Hunting. Through the nixhunting.com website, we can offer you the best prices available with free shipping, as well as some special incentives that no one else can offer. So log on to nixhunting.com, that's NYX hunting.com, and learn more about this amazing technology. From coyotes to bears and gobbling turkeys to bugling bulls, HECS technology continues to prove itself no matter what species you hunt. It helps you get close, remain undetected longer, and the result is you're going to fill more tags year after year than you ever could without it. If you don't already have a HECS system, go online or give us a call and start enjoying the undeniable benefits of HECS technology for yourself. You know, HECS also makes the perfect gift for that outdoorsman on your Christmas list or birthday list. While you're online, be sure to stop by our social media sites as well as the HECS Stealth Screen page on YouTube, where we have more close-up encounters showcasing the benefits of HECS technology. Also, from all of us here at HECS, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, and we look forward to seeing you again in 2025. Until then, we'll keep pushing the limits and bringing it to you each week right here on Hunting with HECS.
If you have an amazing HECS encounter you'd like to share, give us a call or go online. You can find out more on our website. While you're online, make sure to take a minute and check us out on our social media sites as well.